The first of 272 games in the regular season. Buckle up. The Cowboys, the Eagles, underway to begin 2025. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
15 yards on the play. That's good for an Eagles.
Throwing is Hurts. A short one there, caught by Granson. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a game that's dependent on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Williams. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's one where you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
Left side to Lamb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's second down and 10.
And again, it's Prescott. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Prescott to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
First and goal, Dallas.
Williams. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second.
To throw is Prescott. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
And it's a keeper with Prescott. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Third and 20. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Oh, good move. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On play action, Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Prescott. Touchdown! Jalen Tolbert from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
On delivery good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Eagles nothing.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. An 8-yard return there after the punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew McCurva. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. But following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So defensively, they let the play stand. They'd rather have the down as it'll bring up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So Gordon field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense.
They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Now Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And it'll be 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Now he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
31 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing. Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in an Eagle uniform, it's Miles Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Screen play set up for Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Inside give to Davis. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Here's Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Prescott to throw it. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Yeah, he'll work 3 from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Eagles 3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's good.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing is Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2.
They go play action with Hurts. And this one's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They got to get to the 23 here on third. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. Gets around him, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 25 yards. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Elliott good with a PAT. And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
17. Eagles 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. To throw is Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. 7 yards there and a first down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
And a Cowboy first down.
Prescott from the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now he's brought down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Having only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I would guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And he picked up another first down there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 12. First down.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Up the middle to Davis. And a short gain here, down to the 22. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he rifles one incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
His short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Barkley inside handoff.
35-yard line.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Here's 3rd and 9.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 12. First down, Dallas.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
Yards on the play. And the Cowboys first down.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Cowboys first down. 1st and goal.
Now Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's now third down
Hurts.
and 9 yards to go.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Throwing, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At their
Prescott down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll set up to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. They give this to Smith on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
2 yards.
The Eagles on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 15 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The visitors' offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Now Prescott faking it on the end around and looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Smith catches left side. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the option left, it's Hurts. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's good for the Eagles.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Pickens on the sling. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Cowboys 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboy 1st down.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And they will take over 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And an Eagles 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Tackle made at the
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down at 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't escape, and down he goes. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
2nd and 12.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw is Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 7, 37 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
He'll look to throw. Dotson, he's got it.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
And down to just 21 seconds now as he spikes it to stop the clock. He's back to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. That's to the sideline and incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Cowboys, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.